For what I'm done, there's really no difference. Um, I think for the average faculty member, which is not me at this point, I think it's harder because there's more pressure to do research. Uh, it used to be that the emphasis was on teaching and research was secondary. Now I think it's reversed, and I'm not always sure that the students benefit from it. I think it's good that the faculty do keep their professional skills current. I think that's critical. And if you go back and look at the hiring I did, I would try not to hire somebody who wasn't going to keep their professional skills up to date. And I think I did well in that. And you can look at what the people I hired are doing today, and most of them are doing very well. But it's hard to develop a research program without having doctoral students around, and so we're sort of in the middle. We don't have the doctoral program, but the faculty are supposed to be doing research and competing with people who are at doctoral universities, and it's difficult.
So, what is the biggest change in the campus, in your opinion?
I felt that the communication between the faculty and the university administration was much better in the past. I think the faculty felt they were really involved with things, and I'm not sure that's true today. No, I stay out of these things now, so I'm not involved with it. But I find people who are not as happy as they think they were at one time. I'm not sure their morale is as good, and I think that's a real issue. This merger of the two campuses, I don't know if people thought it through before it was done. And there seems to be a lot of expenses that I don't know if anybody anticipated. And all of a sudden now, we're in a budget crunch. And apparently the number of students has gone down. I don't think the university administration has been doing a good job of recruiting students. I think the faculty should be more involved in it, but everybody is so overloaded that they don't have the opportunity.
What the change do you think that the Purdue Calumet become the Purdue Northwest?
Trying to do two campuses, which is difficult to do, expecting some faculty to run back and forth between the two campuses, which takes a lot of time, having the university department heads, for example, spend time at both campuses, even though they may not have an office at the other campus where they can work. All these things are complicated. I enjoy my time as a department head. I felt I could interact with the upper administration without any difficulty. I'm not sure that could be done today.
What are the historical events did you still remember in your department?
I don't know. I don't think of any historical event in the department. I think about these things. I think of, for example, about the 9/11 experience, which was very interesting. But I was on sabbatical that semester when that happened. I was living in Grenoble, France, and I found out about it by some of the people who I was working with coming and telling me, because I hadn't been watching television or listening to the radio. And it was very interesting how the people in France reacted to it. A number of the people I was working with or knew were Muslims from Morocco, for example, who had a feeling that maybe we had it coming to us. A number of the French people were very sympathetic because they remembered what we had done in 1945 to liberate France from Germany, and were very appreciative. And so it was an interesting time. We went occasionally to a restaurant that was run by some people from Lebanon, and after this happened, the owner shut the door, brought a bottle of cognac, and we spent the evening talking, which was very interesting, and hearing how different people from different cultures and different backgrounds look at the interaction between the Middle East and the United States and so forth.
Okay.
I guess that has nothing to do with Purdue University, except that Purdue made the opportunity for me to go to France on sabbatical.
So every year the school gave like the opportunity for the professor to come to another country.
After 6 years of full-time employment, you can apply for a sabbatical, and you need to have a plan of what you're going to do, and the university may or may not approve it. It depends on resources that are available and what they think of your plan and how they're going to handle it. So I'm not sure to what extent they're made available still. I know there are people going on sabbatical next semester, because I know of one. I think it's an excellent opportunity. It's very useful for a faculty member to renew and improve their research skills, and you take that material back into the classroom.
Actually, when I was in undergraduate, the professor at that time told me that at our school, if a teacher want to be an associate professor, and he need to got experience like teaching or study from another country, like have more than 1 year, then they can come back and got their like the associate professor position.
I've heard of that. I think some other countries do that also. That's not done here. You are expected to go from a tenure track to a tenure position to be a good teacher, a very good teacher. You're also expected to have some professional visibility, and certainly a sabbatical